You're listening to an archived Cabral Concept podcast. After listening to this show, check out the most up-to-date podcasts available at stephencabral.com/podcasts or search directly on iTunes. And now, welcome to the Cabral Concept, where board-certified naturopath and integrative health practitioner Dr. Stephen Cabral shares how he was diagnosed at the age of 17 with a life-altering illness and given no hope for recovery. It was only after studying and traveling all over the world did he discover how to combine ancient Ayurvedic healing practices with state-of-the-art naturopathic and functional medicine to fully rebalance the body and re-energize it with life. It's time to discover how to get well, lose weight, and finally feel alive again. And now, here's your host, Dr. Stephen Cabral.
Today on our Friday review, I've got a bunch of different topics to bring you today. Some new research out of the kind of nutrition realm, but also related to weight loss and also related to health for sure. One of my favorite companies that produces books and textbooks, not just for personal trainers, but for everyday use as well. And then a few of the nutrition bars that I actually am or do recommend right now. And there are not a lot out there. So let's get right into it. The diet drink research I want to bring you today. This is actual real research that has been done. It's peer-reviewed, and it looks at something that's really important, and that's how even diet drinks can affect your blood sugar levels. So why does this matter? Well, it matters for a few reasons, and the reason is this, is that if you're trying to lose weight, the body works on positive and negative feedback loops. So if you're trying to lose weight and your cortisol levels are high, which means stress levels are high, or your blood sugar levels are high, that means you have sugar in your blood, so you're not going to tap into body fat. That's the bottom line. The reason is this: if your body has sugar to burn, you're under stress, that's the preferred fuel source, you will burn sugar instead of body fat. Well, here's the interesting thing with the research. They actually did this research with diabetic patients. And this is type 2 diabetes, so this isn't type 1. So this means anybody really with higher blood sugar levels. Now, type 2 diabetes is typically a more specific category where blood sugar fasting glucose is above 126 when you wake up. However, a lot of people are creeping into that range. They wake up with fasted blood sugar above 100. And again, you could use a glucometer to check your blood sugar. We'll link that up in the show notes as well. And a glucometer will tell you just with a single little finger poke what your blood sugar is when you wake up. If you're worried about burning body fat, if you want to burn body fat to a greater degree, you need to know what your fasting glucose is. And it's as simple as just a little finger stick, putting it on a tab, costs you maybe $20 or so to buy a glucometer, and then you have that glucometer for life as well. Well, let's get back to the research. The research showed this, and this is 81 people. They were all overweight. They all had type 2 diabetes, and they found that if they just did one thing, only one thing changed for the study, one variable, and that's what I like to see, is when they removed the diet drinks, the diet soft drinks, from people's nutrition plan. If they just did that, they lost on average an extra 3 pounds in their weight loss plan. Pretty significant, for people who weren't really able to lose weight and over, a shortened period of time or so. I think that's clinically significant, and here's why. If you actually did other things besides just remove diet soft drinks or diet, drinks in general, meaning like, what are diet drinks? It's the things with the 0-calorie, but they put in Splenda, or they put in aspartame, or they put in things that make it taste sweet to an artificial level so that your body thinks, though, sugar should be on the way. Because those things are now being shown to still increase blood sugar levels even though there's no sugar. Why? Your body tastes the sweet. Ayurveda knew this. Ayurvedic medicine knew this many thousands of years ago. The sweet is a Vata type thing. Like a Vata type needs that sweet. But a Kapha type, the type that's more prone to this blood sugar issue, they don't. They want the bitter. They want the heat. They want the things that actually speed up the metabolism in a positive degree, meaning to burn more body fat. And the bitter does that, meaning like greens powders, those types of things, or spicy herbs like black pepper or anything with that pepperine or mustard. Like all of those things speed up the heat in the body. They create more of a thermogenic effect. Those are what's better. I'll get more to those in the future, but I just want to let you know this. Like if you're following a good nutrition plan, but you're still using artificially sweetened drinks, not good for losing weight, not good for health, right? Because we're also talking about blood sugar issues, and for longevity, that's one of the biggest things that really, really is ultra important. I'll link up the glucometer in the show notes. Really easy for everyone to test their own blood sugar. When you wake up, your number on a glucometer should show somewhere between 75 and 95. Really simple, really straightforward. take it every day or take it every other day for a week. If you're consistently below 95, but not too low, of course, as well, we don't want you going into hypoglycemia. That can affect your sleep, that can affect your energy. Then you're in the good zone, the good spot. All right, let me know if there's any questions on that. Moving on, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I want to make a recommendation for a book for you, one that I keep in both of my wellness and body transformation centers in Boston. I keep it in our personal training office for our personal trainers, and it's called the Stretching Anatomy Second Edition Guide by Human Kinetics. Human Kinetics is one of the best, if not the best, learning textbook company. Now, this one is all drawings, so it's very simple, very straightforward to follow. I like all of these different anatomy type books. I think they're fantastic. I was reading them before I got asked by them to write a book for them. So again, I'm not promoting this company because I wrote a book for them. Even if you buy my book through them called A Man's Guide to Muscle and Strength, again, it's not just for men. It's a good strength training guide. I make like almost $0 on that. I'm not promoting it. Very few people write a book to make money. You do that to get your information out to the world. I really believe that. And books are so inexpensive. You know, this one's $14 or Kindle, it's $9.99. And this book, though, again, like it will be with you forever. It shows you how to do stretches correctly. Human Kinetics is a very reputable brand. Personal trainers, health professionals know all about them. I want you to know about them as well. The book is called Stretching Anatomy. They make a lot of great books in that category, and the authors, I think, are second to none. Like, they specifically choose people at the top of the field who are working. They're doing this in clinical practice. I think they're a great company in general. I don't work with them. I don't work for them. I haven't even talked to them since I wrote my book, which has been, maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, minimum, maybe 5. I don't even remember. But this is a nice book. Why? Because you're going to pick the muscles that you have that are tight, and it's going to show you proper form and show you how to perform that stretch. Very simple, very straightforward. It's all illustrated, and it shows you muscles in your body that you may not have even known are there. So kind of a cool book. Again, $14. You'll have it for the rest of your life. Check it out. I'll link it up in the show notes. What is today's episode? Today's episode, if you just go to StephenCabral.com, and Stephen, my name is always with a PH, so StephenCabral.com/258. If you do that, if you type that into your search engine or your URL bar, that will take you right to the show notes page. And of course, you'll just be able to easily link up with all of these different links. And I always link up to the lowest possible price for everything that I can find. Obviously, my job is to help you not only get the best information possible, but if I can save you a few dollars, I understand how expensive it can be to live a healthy lifestyle. So why not save a few dollars when you can? And my last recommendation, my last review today, because I really do enjoy these Friday reviews. Now, people have asked me before, what nutrition bars do you recommend? Here's the issue. Nutrition bars in general statement right here, not healthy for you. Here's the reason why. They're either super high in fat or they're super high in proteins that are not necessarily good for you, or they're very high in carbohydrates that are mainly sugar-based or sugar alcohol-based. So here's how we read that. I'm not going to get in-depth with reading bars. I'll do that for another show. Do not purchase bars with sugar alcohol in them. They're going to create gastric distress. I don't want to name names, but there's a couple companies right now that are super popular, very, very popular, probably doing like $100 million a year. And, good for them. But they use sugar alcohol in their bars. They use milk-based products in their bars. That causes massive gastric distension, which just means bloating in the stomach. And it causes inflammation. Yeah, they taste good, fine. But in the long run, they're doing you a great injustice. So I can't do that. I'm going to be talking a little bit more about that in my upcoming house call questions coming up this weekend. So please do tune in tomorrow and the next day as well. But here's the thing. There are a couple bars out there that are doing pretty well. One day, I don't have the time right now to research and formulate one. I'd love to be able to do that. I'd love to be able to make one for myself. When do I recommend bars in general? Only when you're in a pinch. So if you're following my meal plan for weight loss, my meal plan for healthy living, my meal plan for longevity, it is going to be a smoothie for breakfast with the all-in-one. I've talked about that before. I'm not going to go into it now. It's going to be in a clean lunch, ideally vegan or vegetarian based. And then it's going to be so here's when you might use your bar, mid-afternoon, right? Some people need a mid-afternoon snack. Some people don't. And this is your time to have that. You could just get a handful of raw nuts. You could get a cup of berries. You could do another smoothie, and then dinner can be whatever you believe in, however you believe in that. I won't talk about that necessarily today. Of course, as always, you can just go to Dr. Cabral, Cabral, detox.com, so drcabraldetox.com, and you can actually see on days 3 through 7 of that plan the typical, meal recommendation is just when you get off of the detox, you're putting fruit with your smoothie in the morning. I've never seen greater results. So again, I hate bringing that up every episode. It's just if you do that, you just become so much more healthy. So that's just the way it is. I'm going to keep talking about it because I've never seen anything work better. You can use anybody's nutritional supplement that you choose to. It's just the one that I use is the one that I formulated, and I know it's the absolute best because I formulated it for my family, I formulated it for myself, and I formulated it for my own wellness clients as well. So let's get into the bars. What bars can I recommend at this point in time? These aren't the only two in the world, but let me give you a few. So for the bar for people who want more protein in their bar, right? They're trying to put on more muscle. They want a little bit more protein in their diet. This is a great bar. It does contain whey protein, okay? And it contains some peanuts or nuts as well. So I know that this isn't for everyone, and I agree with that. And, I can't say it's for everyone. I don't eat this bar, but just because I don't eat it doesn't mean you can't. Doesn't mean it's not right for you. This is a healthy bar. It's gluten-free. It's not dairy-free, but it's gluten-free. And, it can be a viable option for a lot of people. So let's get into it now. What does it contain? Well, let's give you the name first, right? So it's by Greens Plus, and it's called the Plus Bar with Protein. It's non-GMO, and it's gluten-free. Two things that are very, very important to me. Their protein comes from whey. What does it have in it? Well, it has organic wheatgrass. It's all organic bar, so I'm not going to say organic every time, right? So it's wheatgrass, barley grass, alfalfa grass, bee pollen, royal jelly, a bee complex, beet juice, natural D3, natural vitamin E, sea vegetables. Really hard to find that, right? For sea vegetables, chlorella, fulvic acid. I'll talk about more of that in the future. Algae, organic dulse. Now, the nice thing is you're not going to taste this in the bar. And then you're going to get apple fiber, camu, very high in vitamin C. You're going to get grape seed and grape skin, which is like the extract, really healthy, a lot of antioxidants. European bilberry, again, high in antioxidants. You're going to get some milk thistle, some astragalus or astragalus root. You're going to get some licorice root and some green tea. And you're also going to get the whey protein for the actual protein, okay? So, this can be a healthy bar. They really went out of their way to put a lot of great stuff into this bar. And if you're someone who can digest whey protein, then this can be a viable option for you. Remember, this isn't casein. This isn't a lot of those other really terrible proteins. This is a better quality whey protein. So anyway, I figured I'd bring that to you. Now, another one, which is just more of a snack bar. Remember, you don't always need to be eating high protein bars. This can be a very good mid-afternoon snack. And this is one that I find myself recommending in my practice for people who need to have a bar on them on the go. And they don't want to use nuts. They don't want to have, a green apple, or they don't want to have some berries. So this bar, really nice bar. Okay, it's raw. This is literally a raw bar, not cooked at all. It's called Raw Crunch. There's different flavors. One that people absolutely love. They just hands down love it. It's the one made with organic dark chocolate. It has sea salt and organic dark chocolate. If you're someone who can tolerate dark chocolate, if you're someone that likes sea salt and dark chocolate, this for you will be like dessert. It's handmade, it's gluten-free, only 150 calories and 5 grams of sugar. So it is organic only. I'm not going to say organic before everyone because you might go out of your mind with me saying that. All raw ingredients: sunflower seeds, sesame seeds, pumpkin seeds, cashews, organic dark chocolate, cocoa butter, vanilla beans, soy lecithin. And again, for some people who can't have soy, this is sometimes okay because it's just the lecithin. What else? Macadamia nuts, pecans, flax seeds, raw honey. When do you ever see raw honey? You always just see cooked honey. And Celtic sea salt. This product, they've gone out of their way to make it as healthy as possible. If you're someone that can tolerate nuts and seeds, this could be a very good product for you. I will link it up in the show notes, okay? I'll give you the link exactly to it. It's 10 grams of fat, only 1.5 saturated fat, only 60 milligrams of sodium, 0 milligrams of cholesterol, 130 milligrams of potassium. Total carbs, only 10. 3 of that is fiber, only 5 of that is sugar coming from, the chocolate, and then 5 grams of protein. This is a low glycemic bar as well. If you're looking to say, should I do the greens or should I do the raw crunch? The raw crunch. That is the bar for you. It's gluten-free. I would almost say it's dairy-free, but you can never say that with the chocolate, so that's not one. But however, they do make a berry one too, and you can certainly do that one. Again, I'll link that up in the show notes. Those are my recommendations for right now. There are other ones, so there's some decent hemp bars, there's some decent other seed bars, there's some decent date and nut bars, but I can't review them all for today. If you have a question, let us know. Happy to talk about that. These two bars are one that I can put my name on and just say that, as far as we see right now, they're not mine. I didn't make them in-house, but I can put a stamp of approval on them for right now if you're someone who needs to have a bar on the go. And they just like that. They like to take that before or after they work out. They like to keep it on the go. I'm more of a liquid smoothie type guy. I like the easier digestion, but you are welcome to do what you feel is best for you. So hopefully this episode helped. Thank you once again for tuning in. And again, let us know if you ever have any questions. Today's episode and all those links can be found at stevencabral.com/258. Take care. Before you go, I wanted to ask you this question. What if I could teach you in just a couple of hours how to transform your thyroid, hormones, adrenal, cholesterol, blood pressure, blood sugar, weight loss, energy, mood, brain, pregnancy, anti-aging, or many other health-related issues? After 20 years in private practice, after seeing and overseeing 250,000 client appointments, I sincerely feel I have the real-world data and have found the answer you've been searching for. So what I've done is spent hundreds of hours of my own time refining what you need to know in order to uncover your underlying root cause health issues and then begin to rebalance the body and bring it back to a state of robust health and wellness. I'm going to teach you exactly what I do in my private practice so you can understand how you got here and now what you need to do in order to heal. You'll receive all of the important success checklists, protocols, and even ways to customize it to make the program fit your busy life. And you'll get all of this at a fraction of the price. Let me save you the time, money, energy, stress, and frustration of not knowing what to do next. Instead of reading dozens of books on the topic and seeing multiple practitioners, I will condense everything that you need to know in just a few hours of video tutorials that you can watch and listen to anywhere. Together, we will make this healing process an enjoyable one that you can take with you for the rest of your life. I wish you all of the best of health and happiness, and I hope to be able to guide you on your healing journey through my Health Results Accelerators. Simply choose the health imbalance you're currently suffering from, and by the end of today, you'll know what went wrong and how to get well again. I guarantee it. For details, head over now to stevencabral.com/courses.